Neo Productions. Let's get it. Wow, 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 wow.
The masses are going to go through every ailment there is. You can't be worrying about that, because if we keep worrying about the trouble that the masses are in, we never cultivate anything among ourselves to get to the higher level in which the masses going to be a part of. Because ultimately, all this shit got to be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? So T.D. Jakes is just a part of the same society, you see what I'm saying, that the masses are the same people. You see what I'm saying? He's only a manifestation of their ignorance.
Okay, so you have a question for me?
Yeah.
So are you telling me I'm the devil just because of the skin I was born in?
Look.
Yes. You
Yes.
Bobby.
Look. Okay, I'm gonna use this from whether she's the devil based on the skin she's born in. I'm not going to use it from a religious standpoint of view, because just like the African that stood before the table said, you know, you deal with the whole religious thing and all, and you throw people off.
Yes, sir.
But what we're saying is this, based on historically, and if you get into your learned white people, they bear witness to this, that historically, you were going around the planet and enslaved and raped and pillaged and killed to this particular day, and you suffer, and this is in the masses of you. Now this is one that is in the collective of white. You suffer from a superiority complex,
Yes, sir.
and I don't see why wouldn't you. Everything you see, every image you see is of white folks.
I know a lot of you watched Black Panther. Now, do you see this bit? Portuguese agents? A lot of people didn't notice this, but in that film, people told me about it. They kept telling me that he had a CIA agent and these foreign people that he was talking to. Again, foreigners in the court of Africans are always dangerous. Always. I don't care what country they're from. They're always dangerous. And right from the beginning, do you see how that film is programming your mind to accept non-black people into the circles of power to advise them on what to do? And here's the proof. 1492 all the way to 2018, nothing's changed. At least the mindset doesn't change. Anyway, let's move on. He also had traditional objects of art considered by the Portuguese to be diabolical burned. Again, trying to destroy the civilization. You know, renounce everything that makes you, you, and accept everything that makes them, them. So in turn you hate yourself and you love them. So in turn you hate yourself and you love them.
What does that God look like? The reality of it is when he came here, he didn't look like me. So what am I going to do about that? I'm going to make him look like me. So for hundreds of years we've been telling you, and now you have to keep in mind that we took away any other god that you might have through force, through fear, through pain, through any means necessary. So now I'm going to give you a God, but I'm going to do that in a way that is going to further me. So I'm going to give you a God that looks like me, so that when you bow down to that God, you're bowing down to me. Because the reality is, the Bible tells us what Jesus looked like when he walked here. The Bible tells us what he's going to look like when he comes back. We have taken that and changed it. Do you remember when Jesus went to Egypt? He hid in Egypt. The people in Egypt, honey, they're not white people. How could he hide that? See, so that we've done that. We've given your people a God that looks like me, so that you don't have any qualm about bowing down to me. See, because this is the image of God. I don't know of any sin that we've committed that's greater than that.
I'd now like to call on Jonas Younger to chair the next session, which is titled Brexit Jews / Black Jews, whatever that's meant to.
First of all, I would like to give thanks to Ephraim Sicher for organizing this. It's a pleasure to be here again. And I think the topic is indeed very important, as Gabriel Motzkin mentioned earlier. In a few years' time, there will be more and more people from other places that say they're Jews as well. And what we are discussing here today is really very important.
Peter, wait a minute. Let's run this back. So you're telling me that many in Israel know this fact, and yet you would tell them, brother, who are you? You know you're not the real children of the Bible. And they will simply say, I know that I'm not, but I don't care. But because I have all of these perks and I have all of these benefits, that I would rather keep the benefits and keep the lie hidden. Are you telling me that, Peter?
I'm telling you that a lot of people do know. And they say, we alone mix. They use excuses. They say, we alone mix. You can tell, do you think in Greek, ancient Greeks live in Greece? Do you think you can find Babylonians in Iraq right now? Do you think you can find Persians in Iran right now? No, they're all mixed with the Arabs. And so
let me ask you
in
this.
America today.
So what do you believe? Do you believe that this is the government of America and Israel working together to make sure that this truth is not brought out, because it's so much money being made and it's so much, the government of Israel is getting so many benefits from the military funds, as well as over in America, there's so many pastors that are pushing and teaching, hey, we got to protect Israel over there. We got to protect them people over there. And you African Americans, you're not the children of Israel, and you're Gentiles. And so you believe that you know that this is a cover up by both governments.
Well, I don't want to make it political, but it is a cover up.
And a lot of times what these youngsters don't know, when they talk about when they talk about Jews, people, you gotta realize the first Jews were black. The first Jews were black. The first Jews were black. The first Jews were black.
Jews.
Yes.
Not Israelites. Jews.
The Jews.
Yeah.
The Jews. The Jews were black.
Right.
All praises to the Most High.